people in this world who love with a leash. They don't give affection unless it comes with power. They don't want your heart unless it breaks for them. And when you finally walk away, bloodied but upright, they don't mourn the loss of you. They mourn the loss of control. They don't want reconciliation. They want submission. These people aren't always obvious. They hide behind titles: father, mother, spouse, friend. But you'll know them by their strategy. They create absence like it's currency. They withhold like it's a gift. They think silence is strength, punishment is love, and that if they make the air cold enough, you'll come crawling back just to feel warm again. But you don't crawl. You walk. Even if it hurts. Even if you limp. Because there comes a day when you realize that the pain of staying small for someone else's comfort is far worse than the pain of starting over alone. And so you leave, not to hurt them, but to save yourself. They hate that. They tell stories to others to explain away your strength, that you were difficult, that you abandoned them, that you became cold. But what they don't say is what they did to make you leave. They don't speak of the burden they forced you to carry while they sat idle. They won't tell the part where you begged, quietly and often, for them to meet you halfway. And they never came. They expect you to fall apart without them. They expect you to drown. And when you don't, when you rise instead, it enrages them. They think, how dare you survive me? Because in their mind, if you're doing well, then they must not have mattered. And they have to matter. So they try to rewrite the ending. They smear. They lie. They twist facts to make your peace look like betrayal. But that's not your story anymore. The cruelty lies in their intent. Not just to hurt you, but to provoke you. To drag you into another round of the same war you already bled in. To bait you back into chaos so they can feel important again. It's not love. It never was. It was dependency, masked with intimacy. It was control cloaked as commitment. But peace is the sharpest knife. Peace says, I see who you are now, and I choose silence instead of war. Peace says, you no longer have a seat at my table. And that quiet rejection, that unbearable freedom, it kills them. So they invent need. They fabricate emergency. They pretend they are the victim. Because to admit the truth, that they lost you by their own hand, is a mirror they cannot look into. And still you walk, not with hatred, not with revenge, but with a strange grace. A grace that says, I loved you once, I don't anymore. And that's okay. You no longer need their validation, their money, their help. You needed their humanity, and when it failed to show up, you stopped waiting for it. The truth doesn't need to shout. It doesn't slam doors or throw punches. It lives in the stillness of your life without them, in your freedom, in your healing, in your refusal to ever go back. You owe them nothing, especially not your pain. Let them tell their stories. Let them stew in their confusion. Let them shrink in the space where your suffering used to be. You're done explaining why. You're just gone, and that is enough.